Good evening, everyone. I'm Kathy Klink, Chair of the Hamilton Community Foundation's Education Committee, and I welcome each and every one of you to the Harry T. Wilkes Hamilton Celebrates Education. This is really a great evening, and I'm honored to be here with fellow educators. This is the 15th year of this event, but this is the first year for a new format. And perhaps many of you, most of you know about the new format, but I want to tell you a little bit about it. Each school within our community was given the opportunity to select an outstanding educator. Peers selected peers. That means we have this evening 17 outstanding educators representing our entire community, each to receive a $1,000 grant for use within the classroom or their school. Think about that for a minute. 17 educators, $17,000, that's the most we've ever had the ability to honor. And I salute Harry T. Wilkes for that. It was his vision, his legacy. His thought about how do I best support education that allowed this to occur for 15 years. I also salute all of the educators that are in the room. You have one of the toughest jobs of anybody, and sometimes I don't think you get the credit that you deserve. And finally, I salute the Hamilton Community Foundation. The foundation and the Education Committee are committed to education in our community and are working in a lot of different ways to improve, to support, and to energize what's happening. So enjoy this evening, and I want to introduce to you Sean Higgins.
Thank you, Kathy, and I'm sure you are proud as an educator yourself. This is the biggest room I think we've had, and this is exciting to be able to share and celebrate education in this community. And I appreciate the opportunity to again be part of the festivities as the Master of Ceremonies. Every year we have fun and we celebrate and we applaud each other. And we have a little bit of a different format this year, not only in the awards for educators, but also in how the evening will work, and we'll explain that a little bit later on. I do want to, as Kathy pointed out, point out to you, if you look in the front of your program, biographical information about Harry T. Wilkes. He was a strong advocate for education, strongly believed education was important, as you can see by the number of the different programs as well as facilities he supported. He was a strong believer in education, and that continues today with the Harry T. Wilkes Education Awards, as well as even trips across to Europe, buildings, both at the Hamilton campus as well as the Oxford campus, programs at the Oxford campus as well. And of course, something near and dear to my heart, the fact that he founded Pyramid Hill Sculpture Park, which we also use for education and want to be a resource for education, both locally and through the region and throughout the states. As we mentioned, a little bit of a different format for the awards this year, also a different format for our evening this year. And it is great to fill this room with folks who are educators and are celebrating education. Here's what we're going to do. We have 17 educators that we will be recognizing, and we will do so individually. We'll do them up front, but I'm going to guide you through this, so don't be nervous. I know you're not used to being in front of and taking control of the room, I know. We're honoring educators in alphabetical order as they are listed in the program, so we'll call you up to stage in groups, and we'll have you stand right over here, and then we'll call you up individually. And a little bit of variety this evening. We have some wonderful student entertainers here with us tonight, so we're going to intersperse our awards with our student entertainers. We alternate the students with the recognition. These talented young people are listed on the front page of your program. So at this time, actually, I'd like to introduce our youngest entertainer for this evening. She's a sixth grader. She's a vocalist from Brookwood Elementary School. Yes. Here to perform Home from Beauty and the Beast, please welcome Luaya Anthony.
Yes, I made the choice. For Papa, I will stay. But I don't deserve to lose my freedom in this way, you monster. If you think that what you've done is right, well then, you're a fool. Think again. Is this home? Is this where I should learn to be happy? Never dreamed that a home could be dark and cold. I was told every day in my childhood, even when we grow old, home should be where the heart is. Never were words so true. My heart's far, far away. Home is too. What I give to return to the life that I knew lately, and to think I complained of that dull provincial town. Is this home? Am I here for a day or forever? Shut away from the world until who knows when. Oh, but then, as my life has been altered, once it can change again. Build higher walls around me, change every look and keep. Nothing lasts, nothing holds all of me. My heart's far, far away, home and free.
We will be watching for future productions. Definitely. Start buying your tickets now. Wow. Okay. Tonight, for the awards, each Educator of Excellence will be receiving a $1,000 grant to be used as they wish in their classroom or their school. This year, the total grant amount is $17,000. Harry Wilkes' desire was to provide funding for education, which he did generously throughout his life. Our new format this year will provide the Educators of Excellence Awards, and that certainly achieves that and spreads it through the community. Also, do I have one? I want to show you the award. Can I open one of these? Can I open someone else's award? Pretend it's mine? I really wanted to show you what this is. We have something special from, we have a design. It's a bowl. Okay, it looks like this. It was specially designed by local artist Stephen Smith, I'm sure you're very familiar with. And the design was put together by Stephen, but each bowl was individually made by the folks at the artists at Inside Out Studios. So they all have the same design, yes. Design of the logo, the Community Foundation, but each one is totally different. So each award is actually totally unique. And with each award, they'll have a picture of the artist, so you'll know who created your award. So something very special, and we appreciate that from Inside Out Studios. Beverly, you're going to crack open somebody's... Because you have to see these. These really are fantastic. And each, as I mentioned, unique. It's definitely worth seeing, and by the way, somebody's going to be re-gifted tonight. So in the package, each one, as I mentioned, oh boy, do you trust me with this? This is the design, and these are the bowls. And again, each one totally unique, made by a different artist from Inside Out Studios, and there is information and a picture of the artist who created each bowl. And they will have a stand, oh, I'm not going to read the name. They'll have a stand with their name on it. So again, we appreciate a totally unique gift this year. You watching me, Beverly, to make sure I don't... You'll never know. Okay. And rapping was not my forte either. So what we'd like to do, I'd like to call the first group of educators up to stand here by the stage. If I could ask for Rachel Ahoen, Sharon Berger, Christy Bunger, Mindy Callahan, and Elizabeth Carlson, please. First, I'd like to introduce you to Rachel Ahoen, intervention specialist, teacher. Rachel encourages students to embrace learning as an opportunity. In addition to the leadership role she has at Bridgeport, she impacts the greater community by involving students in city projects and local events. Mrs. Ahoen's students have increased their state test scores overall to contribute to Bridgeport's growth in 10 out of 11 indicators. For these reasons, teacher and leader, Rachel Ahoen is Bridgeport Elementary School's choice as its 2017 Educator of Excellence. From Linden Elementary School, yeah, you're allowed to be vocal tonight. That's why you're here. There we go. Sharon Berger first came to the Hamilton City Schools as a student teacher from Miami University. Yeah, you could cheer for Miami too. Thanks, Mom. Yeah. And she's been here ever since. Last year, when the 5th grade math and science teacher was asked with teaching a new subject, about asking for her to teach a new subject, she read dozens of trade books over the summer, spent her own money to stock a classroom library, and sought out ideas from other teachers as well. Singing, dancing, and talking in funny accents to help her students connect with the subject matter is not unusual, apparently, for Sharon Berger, again, Linden Elementary's 2017 Educator of Excellence. I got a quick rundown of some of the accents. This will be interesting. Maybe we will have her give a speech there. From Brookwood Elementary School, Christy Bunger. Yeah, go ahead. The staff of Brookwood Elementary has chosen speech and language pathologist Christy Bunger as its 2017 Educator of Excellence. On staff since the school opened its doors 7 years ago, Mrs. Bunger began the first Lego League at Brookwood and has worked tirelessly with it for the past 4 years. She welcomes all students as she creates genuine situations for them to apply their speech and language skills. She created Organizational Boot Camp to help students succeed. Through this initiative, lockers are checked randomly and treats are awarded for neatness. You're staring me down. Don't call my wife. Please congratulate from Brookwood Elementary School, Christy Bunger. From Ridgeway Elementary School, Mindy Callahan. Student and Family Support Specialist Mindy Callahan is a champion for students every single day. As a school counselor, she listens, monitors situations, and makes referrals to community services like the Backpack Program or Big Brothers Big Sisters, as well as Caring Closet. On her own time, she provides transportation from school, to and from school, from children who are in homeless situations. Due to her advocacy for children facing unfair life circumstances, Ridgeway Elementary School has chosen Mrs. Callahan as their Educator of Excellence for 2017. From Hamilton High School, Elizabeth Carlson. Students who currently graduate from Hamilton High School and eventually join the biomedical field were probably in Elizabeth Carlson's science class. Hamilton High School's choice for Educator of Excellence, Mrs. Carlson's test scores are noteworthy. She has scored the highest performance index score of any teacher in the Hamilton School District, 115 out of possible 120, plus a value-added score of 4.97. What did I miss? On any given day, pop music fills her classroom, and the room itself is filled with Superman paraphernalia, and she may be dressed up as a Jedi. Halloween is coming. The science teachers, the students receive the message daily, you can do anything you set your mind to. Elizabeth Carlson. And I would like to introduce you to our next entertainer. From Hamilton High School, sophomore violinist Holly Keeler. She will be performing Gavotte en Rondeau from Partita number 3 in E major by Johann Sebastian Bach. Please welcome Holly Keeler. that is one of the strong points of this area with not only the Hamilton school system, but also the parochial schools and the community, as we do have a very strong arts program in the schools and in the community. One of the things that I think that if we look around, the number of productions that happen in Hamilton throughout the year is amazing, and the quality of talent that comes out of Hamilton from the youth, and yes, into the adults, that happen throughout the year, and the fact that so many of these productions have live music as opposed to recordings, and very often musical productions have recordings, so I think it's a tribute to what's going on in the city of Hamilton. Speaking of tribute, I would also like to point out in your program, we talk about, again, our new format and how the educators were chosen, again, from their peers, and if you haven't looked to consider, or looked to see how the consideration was made, we talk about the schools are encouraged to consider those qualities for the educator of excellence. They include the daily impact that he or she has on students and within our community, ways that he or she shows innovation in their position, and examples of going above and beyond the call of duty, and ways he or she contributes as a leader within the school and the community. And I know there are many more people outside of these 17 that qualify, but we appreciate being able to recognize these 17 tonight and everybody's contribution in selecting these folks. Our next group of educators, if we could have you come up and join us to the side of the stage. Sue Ernst, Laura Francisco, Stephanie Geiger, and Heather Hart. I do have to confess that, Sue, you're going to be regifted tonight. But we know that your bowl is in good shape. We've checked it out. As a fellow teacher said of this 6th grade language art teacher from Crawford Woods Elementary School, she goes above and beyond to reach the most challenging students and never gives up. Mrs. Ernst is an ongoing support to other teachers as well, and attends every single one of the school's PTO events. And as an example of her impact, it can be seen in the progress exhibited by, for instance, one student who had struggled with reading for several years. After Mrs. Ernst one-on-one worked with that student, the student experienced tremendous improvement, and by the end of the school year was doing quite well and starting to excel. So for these reasons and more, Sue Ernst is Crawford Woods 2017 Educator of Excellence. Beverly, did you rewrap that?
I tried.
It's like, you know, Christmas, sneaking into your parents' room and putting the tape back just like it was. Nobody else did that? Okay, I'm in trouble now. From Emmanuel Lutheran School, Laura Francisco. Yes. Okay. The school chose 1st grade teacher Laura Francisco as its educator of excellence. She introduces content in creative ways, resulting in engaged and excited students. This year's garden project is based on Emmanuel Lutheran School's theme of sowing peace. Mrs. Francisco is skilled at giving visual prompts with minimal voice and volume to get her students to respond to direction and redirection. She is certified in several teaching areas and is always willing to mentor her new teachers. From Emmanuel Lutheran School, Laura Francisco. Wilson Middle School. I was trying to follow your cues. Wilson Middle School. Stephanie Geiger. Mrs. Geiger has vigorously integrated technology into her classroom, which helps students access learning at their individual level. She encourages students to work collaboratively to solve math problems, readily assisting them only after they have exhausted all their resources. This encourages them to find their own creative solutions. In addition, Mrs. Geiger has started a chapter of Girls on the Run, a running club focusing on character. 8th grade math teacher Stephanie Geiger is Wilson Middle School's 2017 Educator of Excellence. From St. Peter and Chain School, Heather Hart. Kindergarten teacher Heather Hart can often be found singing, dancing, and using technology in creative ways to engage her students. This creates happy students who are motivated to learn and, as a result, are often successful in the classroom. She partners kindergartners with 4th grade buddies who sit with them at school prayer services and help them with school activities as well. Police officers, firefighters, dentists, and other professionals are often invited to her classroom, which keeps the learning experience real and interesting every day. Please congratulate Heather Hart from St. Peter and Chain School. We are going to move forward with our entertainment, and this is going to be very interesting. We have senior trombonist from Hamilton High School, Willie Philhauer. Willie will be performing Morceau Symphonique for trombone, for tenor trombone and piano by Alexandra Guillemot, and accompanied by Maestro Paul Stanberry on piano. Ladies and gentlemen, Willie Philhauer. And I'd like to thank Terry McKee for also being a roadie tonight. When you run the fine arts, the music, and the theater department, you have to do a little bit of everything. Thank you, Terry. I'd like to call up our next group of educators, please. If I could have Emerly Howard, Susan Lindsay, Joseph Mulberg, and Allison Perkins, please. First off, I'd like to introduce you to, from Highland Elementary School, Emily Howard. Yes, go ahead. Everyone who walks into Highland Elementary can see evidence of this teacher's imagination. Our teacher, Emily Howard's original sculpture is at Highland's entrance, and it greets everyone who enters, if anybody has gone in. That same creativity is on display in her classroom as well. As the school begins, both staff and students are excited to discover what her new classroom theme will be. Students who struggle in other subjects often find a place to be successful in Mrs. Howard's class. And for these reasons, Emily Howard is Highland Elementary School's Pick 4 Educator of Excellence, 2017. From St. Anne Catholic School, Susan Lindsay. Behavioral problems are almost non-existent in the classroom of kindergarten teacher Susan Lindsay. Recognizing that kindergarten is a year of transition, Mrs. Lindsay cares for her young students as she would her own children. She is innovative, bringing the life cycle of butterflies to life right before her pupils' eyes, and releasing them for the whole school to watch and learn. Mrs. Lindsay even began Shoe Sheriff, a fun program to have students who already know how to tie their shoes help those who are still learning. Mrs. Lindsay is St. Anne's 2017 Educator of Excellence. Is that you?
I don't know where that came from.
Same folks who nominated you sent in that picture, I'm guessing. From Garfield Elementary School, Joseph Mulberg. We will find out who's responsible. Though early in his career, Joe Mulberg already has the characteristics of an outstanding educator. The 8th grade English language arts teacher makes special effort to discover what makes each student unique. He embraces the diversity of the student body and has compassion for the struggles some students encounter, on a daily basis. The result is very few classroom disruptions, high student engagement, and a culture where students learn as well as take risks. He's always willing and ready to compete in the friendly competition of volleyball, basketball, dance-offs, and even pies in the face. We didn't get a picture of that? We didn't get a picture of that? Please welcome Joseph Mulberg, Garfield's 2017 Educator of Excellence. From Riverview Elementary School, Allison Perkins. A top-notch teacher and instrumental member of the team, Allison Perkins is Riverview's Educator of Excellence. She specializes in helping young students navigate technology and work independently on the computer. She's a kindergarten to first grade transition teacher, working with students who have completed kindergarten but are not quite ready for the first grade. Mrs. Perkins helps these young students catch up academically and prepare them for the demands of the third grade reading tests, which will be coming after that. The results are outstanding and continue with her students as they progress through upper grades. Please welcome Riverview Elementary School's Allison Perkins. And when you get those pictures, I hope I didn't photobomb you. We'd like to bring two more students out here to entertain. These students are from Baden High School. We have, go ahead, yes. On acoustic guitar, senior Ryan Madden. And you already have groupies. And sophomore vocalist, also on guitar, please welcome Katira Wielgas from Go ahead, you can do your own introductions.
What's going on, guys? My name, I'm Ryan Madden from Baden High School. I'm a senior. This is my friend Katiri Wilgosh. She is a sophomore at Baden High School. Some quick thank yous I want to throw out is to Mr. Allen. He was the one that informed us of this performance, and we're happy to perform for you guys. I also want to thank my music teachers, Mr. and Mrs. McCormick. Without them, I would not have discovered my musical, talents and abilities. And I'd also like to give a big, congratulations to all the teachers. What you do for, Hamilton as well as the world is amazing. So thank you guys. The song we have picked for tonight is sort of a unknown one. I'm kind of, I listen to a lot of stuff a lot of people don't listen to. So this song is called Rain. It's by a band called Breaking Benjamin, who's, they listen to, they're pretty heavy metal, but this is one of their slower ones. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Take the photograph, it'll be the last. Not a dog or a crowd could ever keep me here. I don't have a past, I just have a chance. Not a family who honestly remains to say, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. All the world is waiting for the sun. just an ocean of a heart to wrap around so I can find my way around. Safe to say from here, you're getting closer now. We are never sad, 'cause we are not allowed to be. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. All the world is waiting for the sun. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. All the world is waiting for the sun.
To lie here under you is all that I could ever do. To lie here under you is all.
To lie here under you is all that I could ever do.
To lie here under you is
all. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. All the world is waiting for the sun. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. All the world is waiting for the sun. All the world is waiting for the sun. All the world is waiting for the sun.
Tonight we're celebrating Teachers in Excellence and giving awards and bowls and cash, but that's probably the most rewarding comment or the most rewarding gift, I would assume, to everybody who is a teacher. Your comments, Ryan. Thank you very much. While we tear down the stage, just kidding. If I could have our next educators up here, please. That would be Rhonda Shepard, Robin Zeri, Sarah Thompson, and Carlin Topping. From St. Joseph Consolidated School, Rhonda Shepard is here. There we go. As an intervention teacher, Rhonda believes that the goal of every educator is to give students wings and then stand back and watch them soar. Just one example is a student she has worked with for 8 years, from starting her career at St. Joseph as a kindergarten teacher's aide. Mrs. Shepard is still guiding this student, an 8th grader, who has progressed dramatically and as a result needs less and less of her attention and is soaring. From St. Joseph Consolidated School, they have gotten together and chosen Rhonda Shepard as their 2017 Educator of Excellence. One personal note, you notice I keep coming up here with my pen and crossing off because in years past, I've gotten people out of order, I've skipped people, I've miscounted, and all this in front of a room of educators. From Fairwood Elementary, Robin Zeri. English language arts and literacy coach Robin Zeri saw an opportunity in the form of a large patch of grass in the school's side yard. She organized installation of 7 new picnic tables in that bare spot. And now students can eat lunch outside, experience an outdoor learning environment, and maybe sit with their friends as they wait for the bus. It's that kind of initiative that prompted Fairwood staff to choose Mrs. Sari as their educator of excellence. Over the summer, she led the Art in the Park program, funded through a grant she wrote. From Fairwood Elementary, Robin Sari. From Stephen T. Baden High School, Sarah Thompson. Baden Educator of Excellence Sarah Thompson knew she wanted to be an English teacher when she was a student at Baden. Now she is in her 14th year of teaching at Baden and is chair of the English department. Mrs. Thompson says, teaching, well, we just kind of gave away your age, didn't we? I didn't write it, though. There you go. Mrs. Thompson says teaching English is an opportunity to deepen students' understanding of themselves through literature. She teaches senior English, advanced placement literature and composition, and advanced writing course that she created called Storycraft. She is also on the school's academic steering committee and the Athletic Hall of Fame committee, and was Students' Choice to be honored at last year's Civics Day. Please welcome, from Stephen T. Baden High School, Sarah Thompson. From Hamilton Freshman School, Carlin Topping. Library Media Specialist is Carlin Topping's title, but her day consists of much more. The Media Center is a hub of activity that brings students together in a safe and positive environment. Mrs. Topping makes sure it's often open before school and during lunch to build rapport with students and help them develop better peer relationships. She also plays an active role in students' daily learning in behaviors both in and out of the Media Center. Mrs. Toppings is the school's tech leader, teaching computer technology and other programs that assist in guiding the students throughout the day as well as the teachers. For these reasons, the Hamilton Freshman School chooses Mrs. Topping as its 2017 Educator of Excellence. Could we at this time all give one last congratulatory round of applause to our wonderful Educators of Excellence? And we'd like to say to all of you, thank you for being there for our youth, for being their guidance, their educators, their moral compass, their friends, and also their mentors. And we appreciate greatly what you do for our community. Thank you, be safe, and good night.